Welcome everybody to the spoiler review of the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. Now, if you haven't seen the actual review and you don't want to be spoiled, link in the description will be down below of the spoiler-free review of the movie. But if you guys want to be spoiled about the movie, this is the review for it. Let's get on with it! Now, the first thing of this movie, the first part of the movie, I have to say, I think it was a strong point, but also its weakest in some point, because it's kind of one of those things where you kind of wish there was a little bit more, I guess, a little bit more of backstory, but obviously you can't ask for much in a very short movie, especially if the movie's only like an hour and 40 minutes long. You can't ask for much. But essentially, the backstory they show, it is the backstory of how Frieza becomes in control of Planet Vegeta, or just in control of the Frieza army. And then you see how he controls King Vegeta and the whole thing where he gets his son born, and then Broly is born, and just how the exile of Broly happens. Like, it's kind of sad, just like how in the beginning of the movie, King Vegeta did not like Broly to be right next to his son because he thought his son, Vegeta, was one of the best Saiyans out there. Just like no commoner, like low-class Saiyan could be with my son in the same chamber. But obviously, they wanted to keep him there because he has such a high power level. Broly has such a high power level. So, King Vegeta's like, well, if he has such a high power level, let's send him to Planet Vampa. I think that was called Vampa? I think it's called Vampa, the little spiders thing. And Paragus didn't like that, so Paragus literally hijacked the ship and went after his son to Vampa. And after that, they get stranded there. Like Paragus and Broly are stranded there for the rest of the time when Planet Vegeta gets blown up by Frieza, and then throughout all of Dragon Ball Z into Super till now, in whatever happens in Super with, present time. And it's just kind of sad because you could see throughout the whole, especially throughout the whole movie, the reason why Broly is such, the way how he is. He was only trained by his father to have hate and revenge against King Vegeta, who we all know is dead, so they'd rather have revenge on Vegeta himself. And Broly, just the only thing he knows is to fight and hatred. And it's just he gets abused by his father, just tortured. It's sad. And you can see where Broly comes from. And just seeing this whole movie like this, you get to better understanding about Broly. And then obviously as time passes throughout when Broly get exiled, we get the present day, and you see Goku and Vegeta sparring at some old resort with Whis and Beerus and Bulma and Bra over there. And it's kind of cool to see that, but again, and you just want to see more of the world, and especially more of the characters, what happened to them. But, again, a very short time span of the movie. And obviously, what happens next is that, well, not obviously, what happens next during these times is that Frieza is gaining his army back, and Frieza trying to get the Dragon Balls again. And then when Frieza gets the Dragon Ball from Bulma gets mad and tries to go after the last Dragon Ball when she knows where it is, and that's why they're going to Antarctica or whatever, the frozen land. I'm gonna say Antarctica. I don't remember what it was. But she knows where it is. She didn't want to go after it because it was all snowy, it's cold there. So now they have to rush over there before Frieza finds it. And at the time during that moment, Frieza tells why he wants to grab the Dragon Balls. And the reason why he wants to grab the Dragon Balls is not for immortality. It's not to have an invincible body. He wants to be 5 centimeters taller.
Excuse me, what?
Yeah, he wants to be 5 centimeters taller. It is. I remember I heard that before, that he wanted to be 5 centimeters taller. I'm like, that's not true. That's some bullshit someone wrote on fucking some Twitter feed back then. And it's just like, no, that's true. I'm like, fuck. I thought it was a joke. It was so funny to hear that, but I just didn't think that was gonna happen. And just the fact that he wanted to be 5 centimeters taller is kind of ridiculous. Well, I thought to myself, whatever. Just go to the plot. This is pure comedy. And by the way, this movie there's so much comedy into it. It's hilarious. Even my sister, who barely laughs at Dragon Ball, like she laughed the most out of this movie. So, and then we get to the introduction of 2 brand new characters in the series. We get Chile, and I think a partner, I think it starts with Lemon. I think Lemon, something like that. I think it's Lemon. I'm gonna say Lemon. So Chile and Ramon are like going around different planets to see what they can find, and then they stumble across Broly and Paragus because of an old distress signal from the old ship that Paragus hijacked. So they went there, they find Broly and Paragus, they bring them to Frieza. Frieza makes a plan saying that like they know that Vegeta, King Vegeta's son, Vegeta, is still alive, he's living on Earth, and they want their revenge. Paragus wants his revenge. And in this story, like, it's just kind of sweet because you get to like see like Chile and Lemon's relationship with the brutal, well, not so brutal, Broly. And just like seeing like Broly is just he's a very kind-hearted guy. He doesn't want to do anything. Like, he's just he's just like led in the wrong direction because of Paragus. That's the only thing he knows what to do. And then the backstory about his scarf, the reason why he has this green scarf is actually just an ear of one of his best friends. Because like in this planet there's spiders, and there's just things that come out of the ground that look like furry, like ginormous eating cat monsters with like multiple eyes on them, and like Broly befriended this thing. And when Paragus knew that that Broly was becoming soft and everything with this creature, Paragus literally shot the creature in the ear to scare it off so it wouldn't be so attached to Broly. And that is so sad, and he wears it because he doesn't want to forget those memories he had with his very first friend. I'm like, they wrote this for him? I am so sad. Like, I can't believe they went that far to write a story for him, and I'm just thinking to myself like, wow, they did that to him. Oh, Broly. But obviously, that still doesn't stop his anger and his frustration going towards Vegeta at the end, because Paragus obviously is telling him what to do every time. So once they get to Earth, because Frieza's henchmen found the last Dragon Ball, they go to Earth, and while they're at Earth, Goku, Vegeta, Bulma, and Whis get there as well. And this is where the big fights happen in the Arctic. I'm gonna say Antarctica or something like that. Whatever, the snowy plains. They finally get there, and the biggest fights happen. Now, the fights in order go with Vegeta, Goku, Vegeta and Goku, Frieza, then Gogeta. In that order, that's how the movie and the fights go with them. And like, it's kind of cool because you get to see, like, at least when it comes to Vegeta and Goku, when it comes to them fighting, especially even by themselves, just fighting Broly, those fights are amazing. Like, you get to see, like, Goku doing some new things, and then finally we get to see the boy Vegeta finally becoming a Super Saiyan God for the first time, with all his red hair and in his all beauty. Like, Vegeta going Super Saiyan God was like an amazing thing to happen in this movie. But obviously things don't work out. Like Vegeta gets his ass whooped by Broly. Broly somehow unleashes like because he's going even more berserk and Paragus can't control him anymore. By the way, because Chile saw how Broly was having a shock collar to him and he didn't want Paragus to abuse Broly anymore. She took the shock collar and destroyed it so that he didn't have control over Broly and used him like his own puppets. But because of that, Broly just loses control and can't control himself. And somehow this like new form, it's called Wrathful, I believe. But it's basically a Saiyan having their own body still. Like their own normal body, just grown by, I think, 10 times or something. They're a lot bigger, they have a lot more muscle, but they have the power of the Great Ape while still maintaining their speed and agility. Like, that is crazy. And you just see Broly just going crazy and him being so giant and still keeping his own base form. That is absolutely crazy to see. And it makes me think, like, will that be possible for Vegeta and Goku to do? Or is this like such a thing that just only Broly's able to do, and that's why he becomes the legendary Super Saiyan or something? It's not even legendary Super Saiyan anymore. It's just Berserk Super Saiyan Broly or something like that. Some weird thing like that. But after Vegeta gets whooped, then it comes Goku. Goku fights him. He does this weird little new technique. He goes like this. He goes and holds Broly with his own ki and says to Broly, like, I don't think you're such a bad guy. And once Broly breaks out of that, like, they start fighting crazy, and Broly's able to keep up with Goku in his god form, just beating him down. And then obviously after that, like, Goku goes blue, they start fighting again, and then what really ticks off Broly is that because Frieza remembers when Goku had his friend killed, someone precious to him killed, that was Krillin back during the Planet Namek saga, or the Frieza saga, whatever you want to call it. Goku went berserk and turned Super Saiyan, and Broly doesn't know Super Saiyan. He's never turned to Super Saiyan before. So when Broly goes up, and not goes up, but when he sees his father dead because Frieza shot him, and Frieza's like, oh my gosh, Broly! Your father! Someone shot him with a laser! That was actually quite funny. A lot of people left in the movie theater during that part. But when Broly saw that, he sees his father dead and goes berserk, becomes Super Saiyan. Can you imagine the form he was in and goes Super Saiyan from there? It is intense and crazy. And it makes sense because, you know, Super Saiyan is powered by a lot of anger, a lot of rage. And that's what made him go Super Saiyan. And then the next scene happens where, like, Vegeta and Goku are together fighting Broly, but obviously they can't fight him. Even if they use, like, the Gallic Gun and Kamehameha together, that can't stop Broly. Broly's just like, he's unstoppable. He's an immovable force. And what they do now is that, like, sensing like they need to get away somewhere, and earlier in the movie, Goku actually communicates with Piccolo, saying like if he's in trouble, he's gonna go to Piccolo, and it's a transmission there. So what they do is that, like, Goku and Vegeta swerve around until they go to Frieza, and they tag him out with Frieza, and Frieza starts fighting him, and not even on his own will. And Broly just starts beating down on Frieza while Goku and Vegeta is the transmission out to where Piccolo is, and this is where they started learning how to the fusion dance. Since they don't have the Potara rings, they need to learn fusion dance. And this is actually quite exciting because this is the first time officially that Vegeta doesn't actually know about it, because he's only heard it from his son Trunks, and Trunks apparently mentioned to him before, but he didn't. Vegeta's just like, oh yeah, Trunks mentioned about this fusion dance before. And now he's like, oh, and when he sees it in action, he doesn't want to do it. He rather dies from Broly besides dancing around. And it's just so fun to see that. But in the meantime, Broly is fighting Frieza, and Frieza's just getting his ass whooped constantly, even in golden form. It was hilarious. So Vegeta and Goku need to learn fusion. So Piccolo teaches them, and obviously Vegeta doesn't want to do it, but they have to do it, or else the planet's just gonna get destroyed by Broly. And once they learn fusion, they tried it out for the first time. It goes bad, and you get back Gogeta, which is kind of funny. You know, whatever his name was, I forgot, but like it was just so hilarious. If you seen the Fusion Reborn, it's just that fat version of Gogeta. It's hilarious. And so they can't remove that until like 30 minutes later, so they have to wait 30 minutes. And then they're gonna try out the fusion dance again. And then when they try it out again, they actually they mess up because apparently their angles is wrong. And they turn into Gogeta, but with just skinny version. And if you've seen like Gotenks, with just like all skinny version, like that's what he looks like with Gogeta. And I'm just like, that's hilarious. And they have to wait again another 30 minutes until they finally get it right and we get Gogeta, my boy! By the way, if you haven't noticed, I said 30 minutes 2 times. Guess who's fighting Broly the whole time and getting his ass whooped? I don't know what I'm doing. And that's when Gogeta comes to the rescue to Frieza. Frieza learns that, like, apparently that he never knew that Vegeta and Goku can fuse before. And now that, like, they officially, like, fuse, they're off to fight Broly. And it's kind of funny because there was actually, when they got to that point, Whis is actually fighting Broly as well. Not fighting, but dodging and weaving him. And you're just like, for like 5 seconds, I'm just thinking, you think to yourself like, wow. Whis is doing this with his eyes closed. It's so funny. And then Gogeta pops up in front of Whis, and then like, that's when the big fight happens. And it's kind of funny because Whis says like, if I remember correctly from the movie, like he says something like, oh, I knew if you guys worked together, you could do some incredible things, something like that. I don't remember. The movie was, to me, just a while back, and that was late at night. But like, again, something like that, and the fight starts, and it goes crazy. You hear the Gogeta, Gogeta, Gogeta. You know, the Gogeta chant. It's so hyped. I love that chant. And then like, oh well, oh well. Oh, well, it's so funny. I love it. And then like you see them fighting out, and then for some odd reason they broke the quantum realm, and just like they're fighting in some internet, some hyperspace thing, and it's just like it goes crazy, the animation. And then like Gogeta Blue happens, the Berserk full power, Broly comes out. It just goes crazy, and like when all hope is lost, because obviously they need to stop Broly, and when Broly was about to be killed by Gogeta's Kamehameha, Chile and Lemon basically saved him with the Dragon Balls, because Frieza didn't make his wish, and they took Frieza's Dragon Balls and made the wish. And Chile's wish was to save Broly and send him back to his home planet. His home planet was Vampa, because he grew up there. So Broly gets sent off to Vampa, is saved from the blast from Gogeta, and then time has passed that Chile and Lemon is actually on their way to Vampa to be with Broly, to stay with him, because they're wanted people, because they took Frieza's Dragon Balls, and they just made their wish. Obviously Frieza's gonna see them, and then Frieza's just gonna kill them. So they thought to themselves, why don't we just stay with Broly so he can protect us? Because Broly can't even Frieza can't even touch Broly. So after that, they start trying to survive on Vampa. But then Goku comes out of nowhere with instant transmission to planet Vampa, because he tracked Broly's energy. And this is like a few days after the whole fight. Goku like says like, if anyone's there, he come in, and then he goes up to them, and they're like thinking that they're his enemy, but he's not. He's actually giving them like these capsule pods that like Bulma obviously like was able to cook up for them, and then like give them a house, some food, some water. And the reason why Goku wants to do this is because he wants them to survive, and hopefully that he can spar with Broly again. And I thought to myself, oh my god, Broly's gonna be officially in the movie, isn't he? Not just in the movie, but in the whole canon story now. He's gonna be part of the whole story from here from now, isn't he? And then the best parts will just keep happening and happening. And then like Broly is just like thinking to himself, probably because Broly wants to fight Goku again to learn, and even Goku said he's gonna teach him a few things. And then like obviously Chile and Lamon doesn't trust him yet, but they're like, all right, you could come again to try to spar with Broly. And then like the best thing in this movie happened at the very end. Chile asks Goku, what is your name? Goku replies, my name is Goku. But Broly, you could call me Kakarot. Into transmission out, the credits roll. I'm just like, oh my god! I was just like, oh my god, Broly's the story now. Broly's not dead. He's part of the main story. We're gonna see him again in Super because the manga's still going on. We're gonna see him again one of these days, and when we see him, it's gonna be great. Obviously, we're probably not gonna see him for the next few, like, I want to say that until maybe the next arc in Dragon Ball Super, in the manga version of Dragon Ball Super, because the movie is still new and they want to flesh out whatever's happening in this arc, and then probably like within the next arc after that, that's when we're gonna see Broly coming in again, and it won't be a big surprise maybe after a year. And that's all that's happened in the movie. If there's anything I missed, guys, please let me know in the comments below, and tell me what is your favorite part about this movie. This is gonna be a discussion / spoiler review of the movie. Like, this is all safe space. Everyone can have an opinion about this movie. Like, after just seeing it too, like, and there's so much I want to talk about with the community, with everybody out there. This movie really set my expectation high and gave it, especially at the end. I was just like, oh my god! I love this movie. This movie was absolutely fantastic. If you haven't seen the review yet, the link will be in the description below. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, hit that like button and hit that red subscribe button if you haven't done so already. I like to cover a lot of Dragon Ball things and just a lot of video game things in general. I also like to stream. I like to do a lot of things, card packs opening, all sorts of things in this bakery. But other than that, guys, let me know in the comments below what was your favorite thing about this movie. Again, if I missed something, let me know in the bottom, in the description below. Other than that, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoy. I am your host, Sir Loaf of Bread, and welcome to my bakery. Other than that, sayonara, everyone. Janet.